this weekend. Only 2 players are playing it, but we're going to have to see if that is going to be the deck of the choice of the weekend. But this is going to be game number 1 of round 4 of the WCS, and it looks like they started in a Dimension Shifter. It looked like a Walrus, an Ash Blossom, all sorts of stuff happened within the first 20 seconds of this match.
Let's try to recap. First of all, I mean, Felipe is the duelist we barely saw in the backup future, one of the undefeated one, but as you can see, up against Shane on 2-1 score apparently. But yeah, I must assume, there was Shifter, then Fuba, which has been negated by Ash. So, I mean, Shifter is quite annoying for the Yami deck.
Definitely. With the Synchros wanting to tag out and return themselves to the extra deck to spell someone back from the graveyard, that's not going to be able to happen here for Felipe.
Yeah, I also feel like the Snatchies, you often like burn through quite a few of them on your first turn, but you don't really want them banished. You can get them back eventually, but you have to do that by having a field spell in the graveyard. But without any field spells in the grave, obviously you can't get any in the grave with the Shifter. You're going to have a bit of a struggle.
And I think we could even see a pass with just, you know, the surprise bounce and the Akruki setting up 2 interruptions possibly. I mean, you don't really have to go into much else, but let's see. I think Felipe is gonna have a think about it. I think it's kind of reasonable. You could just pass with the surprise set.
You might be thinking of just going into 1 more copy of Yummy Snatchy potentially, just to have more options to synchro summon with.
Yeah, because actually, I mean, I didn't keep track, but we actually have to use the Yummies summoned by Obedience Code. Yeah, and I think that's what's going on here. Otherwise, they're gonna just be destroyed in the end phase. And makes sense. We just make an SP and call it a day, I think. We just set the... Ooh, we set 3 cards. Now that's better. Yeah.
Rest of the hand going face down to the spell and trap zone.
Oh, you can't summon.
Yeah, you can't summon it, right? We are under Obedience Code. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We have to go into plan B. And that's why, the pass just made sense, I guess. Or just...
there has to be some downside to summoning 3
monsters
from your deck with 1 card.
That's right, good catch. I guess we just make Snatch and pass then. Yeah.
But if you make Snatch, your cookie is gonna be destroyed, maybe. So maybe you make a Synchro, but then you have to give up a Snatchy.
I guess Capsi, I mean, yeah, it definitely makes things more complicated. Might as well just add 2 and then just banish 1. You can see how annoying it can be to just having to deal with that Shifter.
Yeah, and it's interesting because, oh, okay, never mind. The Shifter is in a Vanquish Soul Canine. At first, I thought it was in another Yummy deck, and I was like, that's kind of bizarre to use Dimension Shifter in Yummy when it's a pretty strong counter to the deck. But much more obvious that the Shifter would be in the Vanquish Soul Canine strategy.
And it looks like a pretty nice hand. I'm seeing maybe 3 Vanquish Soul monsters. But it is rough with the Vanquish Soul deck. If you use a couple of interruptions on your first turn, you've used the Fuva, which has not been replaced, because it's been Ash Blossomed, and then you've used the Shifter, you're starting with fewer cards in hand. And then you might not have those attributes in hand that you want to reveal.
Yeah, this could be the time for you, Marcello. Being able to have Vanquish Soul get a win here on a feature match would be quite nice.
Possibly. I mean, this is still a lot to deal with, but let's see what we get off the top. And Medlov is a good card to start things off with.
Yep, now that they have access to Vanquish Soul start, it's a little bit stronger than it used to be. Being able to get the field spell there and search out another Vanquish Soul monster of a different attribute than the one you have on the field could be huge.
And here comes a Dominus Purge, negating Mad Love, and having that nice upside that even though like often decks can kind of tag out their Vanquish Soul monsters to play around cards like Infinite Impermanence, Dominus Purge just negates the effect directly, so there's no way for it to sneak through somehow.
And it looks like he's revealing a couple attributes here.
Yeah. I mean, it works alright because the defense of Capsi is just slightly higher than the Medlov potentially, but we are just gonna bounce back, as we can see here, the lowest, which is this Capsi.
That has to be a little annoying there, right? Because now you've got nothing to synchro with the Snatchy.
Yeah.
But when does the Akroki trigger? I know it triggers. Does it have to be destroyed or left the field or something like this?
I'm sorry, the what?
The field spell.
Oh, a croaky. Okay, I was like,
What do you call it?
I don't know. No, I think maybe your accent just threw me off there a little bit. But I think it's when a monster synchro summoned.
No, that's to destroy, but
Oh,
it's
that's
got
what you're
another
asking
effect.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's leave the field, which means we could have used it.
Just
but
summoned
yeah, to
another
summon
Cupsy
something
from
else.
deck, maybe something like this.
Stake Your
sure.
Soul, a great card here. It's gonna be banished, right, from the Dimension Shifter.
Yeah, drawing that clutch fire monster there off Stake Your Soul, because I saw the stake, two darks and a earth, but no fires. But then drawing a fire to turn on Stake Your Soul, so powerful.
Yeah, this changes everything. So, but yeah, I do agree with you, Tom, that maybe we just forget about the.
It doesn't need to be destroyed or something like this, or it would be go to a particular place. That's
No, it's I can check. But no, it's just leaves the field by an opponent card effect. That's it.
oh, interesting.
Anyways, here we see arguably the most powerful card in deck. This Olisu with the perfect attribute.
With the remaining cards
Yeah.
in hand. Gonna summon a Zhao Long from the deck.
The whole hand on the table here for Shane.
Okay, we are just gonna switch, I guess, Capsy to attack. Yep. Might as well take the extra damage, and I guess we do play the K9 cards. We might just go for Reaper here.
One card got to be on the mind maybe is
Yes.
a yummy surprise. I can't remember if Felipe searched it, but it is quite a popular one to search.
And yeah, that is exactly what he knew about. And let's see.
He's gonna try and return the two monsters on Shane's side back to the hand.
Ooh, and it says okay.
I think he's responding using the effect of Razan, but Razan was negated by infinite impermanence, so
That makes sense.
not too much of
Yeah.
Shoot.
Still has the heavy border on the field. Zhao Long is going to special summon itself to the field. The first one came off the Holisu.
Yeah, it's still a lot of damage, and you always need to be careful taking too much damage against Vanquish Soul. Got one of the most powerful direct damage effects that modern Yu-Gi-Oh has seen for a while, I'd
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
outside of the gimmick puppets.
We saw that in Master Duel yesterday, that's for sure.
And that's what it looks like going into the battle phase. But we know Felipe's got that Cupsy in hand next turn, and next turn he will be released from the Dimension Shifter.
Indeed. And I mean, yeah, banishing is surely annoying, but the field spell have just that additional effect to shuffle back even from banish. So, you know, you can recycle resources that way with the Yami deck.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a bite as well that you can't add back the Vanquish Soul that you use
With rock, yeah.
for Rock.
And I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah, Shane shuffling the deck, and solid attempt, but this one will be more on the grind side of things, with Felipe getting yet another turn to try and push back.
Yeah, I think he's got at least the one card in his hand. It's amazing, the Yummy deck is so resourceful, because a lot of decks, if all of their cards were banished, you would be in some trouble. But Yummy is more than happy to have its cards banished, and then you can just shuffle them straight back into the deck.
And we get a draw of Burger, but whenever you see any color that is not a monster, you're not happy in these kind of scenarios. You really need as many attributes as possible, but unfortunately he picked up the first release, I believe, or anyways a spell, so not gonna help with the disruption. And now we get Cupsy. Are we running the second surprise is the question.
A lot of players do.
Yep.
I mean, Felipe has survived the hardest part of this duel. Is just getting to another turn after getting hit with the Dimension Shifter is huge.
And there is the second surprise, so big in this spot is that I think it's another Capsi maybe. Let's see, because the only annoying thing is once you already have an Akruki, you would like to first synchro and use the effect to pop, but okay, that's what's gonna happen actually. Yeah, because we are not using the effect of Snatchy, it seems like. Either we have drawn into the field spell, or as mentioned, we much rather make use of this effect and then synchro summon.
Gotta keep the Crocky on the field.
I can't even remember how I said it now.
No, I think you said it the right way. I don't know. I was just in a daze for the moment, other the time being. And in my head, I was like, I have no idea what you just said.
it's the field spell.
Yes.
It's on the field.
It was quite funny. But yeah, now the effect on the Synchro Summon is going to take down the Rock of the Vanquisher. Let's see if you can change the effect of Rock to summon from hand. But no, he's going to summon the white flag from the side of the table and surrender the game number 1 here. So sorry, Marcello, I spoke too soon about your Vanquish.
Jinxed it.
I jinxed it right away. But you know, this is our matchups. You know, going at it. I got to pull for the yummy player there in Felipe.
And I mean, Felipe just showing us what the deck can do. Definitely not. You know, probably not expecting to be facing off against Dimension Shifter in game 1, but making the best out of it, and I think he has proved us why they are so good. But I think since we didn't get a chance to show you guys before the match started, I would like to hear the interviews that these two players had, just their presentation. So maybe why don't we bring up for you guys on screen the interviews from Felipe and his opponent right here, if possible.
But if not, we could.
Felipe Zapata Viseria. I am from Argentina, and I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh since 2016 for 9 years. I won my invite by winning the WCQ that was held in Bogota a couple months ago to winning the event. That's what I'm looking for most. My ace monster will have to be Elemental Hero Dark Bright. I think I will go with Croissant.
Another one is
another croissant enjoyer. Absolutely, but I mean, always love to see, you know, some representation. As mentioned, won the WCQ in Bogota, and here to make a statement, and already undefeated. So 3-0 and only 1 game away from making a 4-0 start, which is impressive. But now let's hear it from Shane Tai.
Maybe we'll hear from him just a little bit longer.
From him later in the post-match interview.
I'm filled with anticipation. I don't. None of the questions matter to me except for one.
We know what he's gonna say.
Or I mean, maybe he was the one macaron enjoyer, and then that's why we can't play the clip. Yeah, we just gotta.
It's a conspiracy. It's a croissant conspiracy.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, maybe, who knows, maybe this is our stretch on, you know, asking for Ami for a yummy croissant in the future, who knows. So I think that would be a nice one.
We just only pick players for the future.
Exactly.
If they gave the right answer.
That was the hidden way to get on the future match stage.
Exactly.
You have 1 or 2 options. The right one and the wrong one.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, factual. But I mean, now we go into the match with the Vanquish Soul deck going first, and let's see whether, you know, that shifter will be there. Obviously, some interesting side deck option available for our duelist this weekend. We have seen a lot of different takes on how to approach these matchups in terms of, you know, what they want to side into. And in this case, I'm definitely, you know, curious to see some of those options in the side deck. The main deck also looks quite different, so let's see whether that will be the case. Anyways, I think our duelists are almost done. Let's just jump back into action.
Yeah, I also think you touched on something cool there. We're talking about side decking and Dimension Shifter. He had the Shifter going second, but having Shifter going first against Yumi might be even stronger.
Yeah, absolutely, but I see a certain card, which I'm hoping we might get to see, you know, later on from Shane, and I can tell you it's been a minute ever since we see that in action. So let's see.
I don't know what the card is, but I have a guess based off of the fact that it's Marcello saying he really wants to see it. That I have a personal guess, but I don't want to.
Okay.
spoil
Okay.
it, but
Interesting.
I need to. I don't know what's in the decks, but
Yeah,
I just know Marcello's like some of Marcello's favorite
I mean,
cards.
yeah. I mean, I have some controversial picks. Let's say that. So I might have peeked into some interesting options, but let's just see. I mean. Shane definitely with backs against the wall, not only one game down but also one match down as compared to Felipe 3-0. So really needs and wants to stay in this and win it. So
I want to know. I feel like Artifact Scythe is probably one of Marcello's favorite cards. Maybe that's.
Sanctum is my favorite. Scythe is just the ending of it. So anyway, the ends to the mean, yeah. It is.
Oh no! I hope it's not the artifact we saw yesterday.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not. Do you
It's,
want?
it's
a
do you
song
want
that
a hint? Do you want a hint?
I know
Here,
it's
give me a
Play
hint.
guess the card. Okay. There might
We've been playing guess the card all weekend.
exactly.
Just so y'all know
by
at
the way.
home.
Okay, I'm gonna give a hint to any of you guys. There might be some Ojamas involved.
No.
And that's all I'm gonna say.
okay.
But-
That was not it.
Delta
That
Hurricane
was
for
not what I
sure.
was
It's
guessing.
Delta
No?
Hurricane.
Okay,
for sure.
perfect. We'll see.
Oja Muscle.
We'll see who gets it. Not quite.
No.
Not quite. Maybe. But
Ojama Yellow.
yeah. Imagine. It's. I mean, for attributes, maybe. They
Is
might
there a
work.
level? Oh yeah, is there a level
Yeah.
5 Ojama?
Aren't they all light? I want to say.
The fusion is it 6? No,
No,
maybe it's
they're-
level 6.
there's
the
none
Ojama
level-
King.
No,
Yeah, none of them are level 5.
Yeah.
No,
And they
Ojama-
are all
No,
light.
it's definitely level 5 Ojama.
Ojama Knight.
Yeah.
Ojama Knight is level 5. Yeah, you can summon it off instant fusion back in the day. Yeah.
That's true.
So who knows? Maybe.
Make a
But
concept.
here are our duelists. Nice fist pump. Let's take a look. Oh, and I see the card. I can tell you that much. I do see that card, so I'm excited to see it in action. And we see the Infinite Impermanence. And ooh, Ardron Field Spell is a great way to fart things off here with a Vanquish Soul start.
You do have some controversial favorite cards, Marcello. I gotta say that's a hot take.
Did you see what card it is?
I know. I kind of. It came to mind once you said the Ojamas, and then I saw a little bit of the card. I was like,
Okay.
I see. I see.
I forgot
I
I forgot they were even on
No,
that
I
card.
didn't.
art.
I didn't see it's my. I didn't say it's my favorite card. I said it's a nice card to see. I think because I mean I always love when cards that have not been played for like I don't know 15 years come back into the mix. So
Yeah, it's a nice card to see. Maybe if you're Shane, but
oh no, if you're Felipe, honestly, it might be an Eimer, but
yeah, I think he may disagree that this is his
Yeah.
favorite card. I think maybe Chain Disappearance would be. It's just a more fun version of the same, even though it's definitely worse. But
maybe doesn't have Ojamas in it.
It's got Man-Eater Bug.
oh, that's Manny the Bug on the card.
Isn't it? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
it's
that makes
like-
sense. That makes sense.
But you see Vanquish Soul really off to a great start. Holly Sue summoning Dr. Madlove from the deck, and the Madlove is going to grab Vanquish Soul Snow Devil. Now, Heavy Borger is going to return the Madlove to special
card.
summon Borger. That's right, the Madlove is the dark attribute that Shane will need to draw a card already.
I feel like it's a very unique way of revealing cards. Maybe I've just not seen it before to like just put the
Yeah,
card
to
on
just
top and
reveal
show
the
the
entire
whole
hand,
hand.
yeah.
Sure, I feel like you normally just put it on the table.
I used to do that where you like stack your hand together and reveal the front card. Yeah, I kind of like that.
Oof, and we see another clutch top deck from the side deck, I believe. I mean, this is an opener from Shane. I mean, if Vanquish Soul doesn't win this game, then my hopes are definitely going much.
We're about to
No
see your
doubt.
card.
Here it comes.
There it comes, some Ojama's spice with the power filter. I mean, for anyone not familiar with the card, I mean, the text is quite simple for it.
I don't know, it gets pretty complicated.
Yeah, I mean, either player can special summon monster with 1,000 or less attack. That is it.
Wow, what cards can you activate now in the
Not the
deck?
Ojamas.
You
Yeah.
can't activate Obedient Scald. You can't activate the Hornet Drones.
Can't link summon.
You
for
can't Link
Snatchy.
summon. You can't Special Summon. You just can't do anything.
You can normal.
Summon. Lollipo
Yeah.
is going to try and shuffle back the Holly Sue, but
Yeah,
Rocket
get
the
it back.
Vanquisher is going to chain to add it back to the hand, of course.
I'm unsure that I would do that, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
Because this is the only thing that's going to happen,
exactly.
right?
And
Yeah.
could we see an RP Feather Duster is the question. Because that could be a way to deal with this game.
Yeah, because there's just no...
Ooh,
It is hard
no.
to Feather
Oh
Duster.
my!
Let's go. Yummy.
Wow.
We still have a goat though. We still have a black goat loves. But
Yeah,
just
but-
like, I just don't see. There was just no need to do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the Black Ghost last is quite strong. I was going to use the Dust Devil.
Dust Devil, you
And
can
then Chain
destroy it. Yeah, I mean, you're still probably gonna win, but there's just,
Yeah, I totally agree with you that maybe, you know,
We can only assume he's going to call Yummy Snatchy.
yeah. I mean, I get what you say, Tom. I mean, when you're at the World Championship, maybe you could expect it, and yeah, I think that is it. I mean, the Black Gold Loft really does it. I mean,
The layers.
yeah, I mean, it was just so much to stop Felipe in his tracks, and this just means that the Vanquish Show finally gets a win on stream, and we will be moving on to game 3.
but was it the Vanquish Soul really? You know, I think it was the Black Goat. I think it was, you know, I think it's Aliba's Mask. That's what I've heard on the Black Goat.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows? It's a mystery. Yeah, it's a.
The Black Ghost laughing for sure. I mean, it's cool to see the thrust going for the Duster, but it kind of being irrelevant there. I mean, essentially the power filter was irrelevant too. Just needed the Black Ghost last to call Yummy Snatchy. But if you're at home and going to your local OTS and struggling against Yummy, that's something you do want to consider because the Black Goat laughs is so powerful against that Yummy strategy.
Yeah, there are sometimes decks which are like so efficient, so consistent at doing the one thing they do really well. On the other hand, it makes them like quite targetable. So if you're like, oh, my synchros are really powerful, or Snatchy's really powerful, you say, okay, maybe I'll just remove them. Maybe I'll play my Dimensional Barrier. Maybe I'll play my Black Goat Laughs and call Snatchy. Or there's another card we've seen this weekend as well. We're not quite seen it on stream yet, but I've seen it in a few players. Side decks maybe to target those Snatchies.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, it's not the first time that we have seen Felipe in action, because we did see game 3, and in the previous game 3 he was also going first, and he won due to Solemn Judgment. So we can just assume that those are gonna be back in his deck for this game 3, just supporting his engine, most likely taking the place of those Fuvalos, which are gonna be in most of our duelist main deck this weekend. But outside of that, he also has some interesting cards, both in the main deck and side deck, especially playing around a lot with the ratios of these yummy monsters, and we'll see what he decides to bring in to just close this one out. I think regardless, it will be a close one. Can Vanquish pull off the comeback, or will it be Felipe advancing with a 4-0 undefeated record? I'd say let's find out. Let's go to game 3.
Hold, gentlemen.
Hold.
No, but it's been a great time here at the World
Yeah,
Championship so far. I mean, we've seen some iconic stuff. I mean, that game right there was pretty incredible. The triple tactics thrust. Who would have thought power filter? Not me. All right, let's go. It's game number 3 here at the World Championship.
Vamos. Yeah, let's go. And I mean, we are seeing some of the shake-up with this RP Feather Duster, as mentioned, Billy. But now it's gonna be the Yummy deck going again first. But the question, always when you play against Vanquish Shoal, is that Olisu gonna be in the end with the right attributes to back it up? Because that can make a huge difference.
yeah, it's one of those cards that's very difficult to really interrupt on your first turn. You have to have something very specific like an Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring or something like that. It is always a very specific hand they need, but it does seem to happen. So, just a couple of monsters and a Holisu can make all the difference.
I also want to note we're going to a game 3, 30 minutes still on the clock. Sometimes if you go on the internet and read some of the comments, you would think if you're going to a game 3, there would be no time left on the clock ever, but that is just simply not the case if you go into a tournament and prepare for, the time rules, which we've seen that's something I've been really impressed with all of our players, is they came here knowing like how fast they had to play at an adequate pace to make sure you don't go to time, because that doesn't benefit anyone.
Yes, indeed. Also helps when you activate, Power Filter and Black Goat.
Yeah, I mean, the Black Goat Last is such an incredible card. And players are going to get a second chance to get their hands on it in the 2025 tins and Mega Pack bundles that are coming out very shortly. So if you're looking to stop Yummy, that will be something you want to pick up, another opportunity there.
Yeah, it's such a fantastic and versatile card, the Black Goat Loves. There are loads of decks which just include it to, you know, maybe if you can discard it off something, then you can use it going second even, which is not something a lot of trap cards can do.
And here we see Macharmi Purulia. I'm not the biggest fan of the card against Yami, I have to admit. No, not so much.
I guess if they have Obedience School, it doesn't do
But
too
also
much.
the Sky Strikers, you know, it doesn't really do all that much. You can, I mean, like really best case scenario, you get like 2 draws off it, but most likely you can just get the 1. And we are checking extra deck from Felipe.
Yeah, you know
That can't be a good sign, can it?
Yeah, usually not. Because usually when you're going through extra deck like this, you're thinking like, okay, what can I do? I feel like that's like the
What
thought
do
there.
we have? Oh, we don't have any monsters. I
Oh,
think.
okay,
But
that makes more
that is a
sense.
good card, okay.
That's why he's looking through his extra deck, is the Pot of Prosperity.
Yeah,
He's thinking
fair
about
enough.
what he's going to.
Could it be that he might want to go for 6? Usually it's a 3 in this deck, but maybe he's just like, yeah, I think he might go for a 6, which is quite rare in.
Probably looking for
Yummy.
like Obedience School or something to help play around
Yeah.
with that Perilia.
But yeah, I'm also sure that. I mean, I'm sure that there is no other monster in the end, and that makes it, you know, tougher to start. So, yeah, I would get rid of the second Herald maybe.
I do always wonder though, if you like always want to go for 3 with Pot of Prosperity, I don't know why you'd want to actually include it in your deck, because it feels like not necessarily worth it if it's always a 3.
Ooh, and
He
there it
would've
is.
got- he
and
would've
there
got
it
it in
is.
3.
He would have got
He
it.
would've
Would've
got
got
it
it
in
in
3,
3,
Tom.
you disbeliever. There it is, proving you wrong immediately.
And it looks like the way he separates them, and maybe this is part of like his testing
yeah.
habits to see like, oh, had I gone for 3, this is what I would have hit. So I could see that being the case here, but he's not immediately grabbing the Obedience School, so maybe he already has.
Oh wait.
Oh, okay, so we were
Really?
wrong. Gonna
Maybe,
grab the Cupsy.
Maybe he was like sorting out which ones were his favorites, because the top 3 were definitely the best.
Way. Do
Definitely.
you really not go for Obedience School first if you have it?
I'm wondering maybe
You must already have it, right?
your
No?
hand is like,
That-
you know,
Wow.
doesn't lend itself to Obedience Schooled.
I mean, this end is amazing, I know that. But I don't see the Obedience School maybe. But I don't know.
Ollie
Ooh,
Sue.
we do see Ollie Sue with a fire. Do we have the dark? We do have Jokul, and what an opening this is.
Finally, we're seeing why Vanquish Soul Canine is such a strong deck. You're gonna add the
Oh.
Caesar Valius.
This is absolutely brutal, isn't it? Because you get so much,
Yep.
and you've invested so little, because the you know,
And-
the Rasen's replaced itself, and there's going to be the Caesar Valius to pop card. This is just incredible.
Holly Sue, Steel, no, Hornet Drones is gone.
But now, I
He
mean,
needs that Obedience School.
exactly. Like, do we really not have it? Because I mean, even if you have Orange Drones, I feel like you just go Obedience Chain, Orange Drones. You can just keep it around, you know.
And you have 4 monsters all
Yeah.
of a sudden without giving a draw to Perilia.
There is no way. I mean, yeah, this is quite the issue. As Tom mentioned, we do have the right attributes to just pop a card with the Caesar as well.
Yeah, it's so powerful having that Caesar pop on the first turn, because players often want to set some like powerful traps. That's
Oof.
kind of what you do going
But we do
first.
have Thrust. Maybe we can just go for that Obedience with Thrust. That's an option.
That's why he didn't
okay.
take it. Okay.
There you go.
Now it's how dare we question Felipe? He knew what he was
Absolutely.
doing. There's a reason why he's 3-0. He already basically had a copy
Yep.
of it with that triple tactics thrust. Smart stuff.
Yeah, smart stuff indeed. And this does complicate things, because suddenly the one pop from Caesar turns from amazing to not so relevant at all. And yeah, this doesn't really give any draws as well.
Mist is coming.
Yeah, it's so much easier to not give any draws when you just get to summon all 3
Yep.
straight from the deck.
And you can see, yeah, this is not gonna be quite it.
Yummy Snatchy's going to place
Ooh,
Field Spell.
and we go for a Crookie instead. That's an interesting one.
Makes sense if you've got a few
I like it.
monsters to clean up.
Yeah, totally agree with you. And it also plays around Caesar, you know, more.
Looks like he's going for, is that Cupsy way?
We're gonna go Capsy way, and here we do chain the Caesar.
We didn't want to chain the Cupsy way, maybe?
Yeah,
Oh, to the activation of Caesar?
I thought so as well.
Yeah.
Because you can't, once they're on the field, like there's not so much to do with them.
but
except
also
tag them out again,
'cause
right?
Maybe he's just using it to like check the Caesar whenever it's going to finally be activated. Going to discard a useless Sky Striker Mobilize engage from the hand.
I definitely think that was worth it, because I mean, you could have forced it out with the cookie, and at the same time, yeah, you would have.
I'm not going to
Knock-
question Felipe for a
Yeah.
second time this turn.
I know.
Fool me once,
I know.
fool me twice.
The thing is, you don't give
don't get
them
fooled again.
draw. Yeah, true.
25 seconds.
But yeah, now
Another
we go
yummy
for another snatchy.
This is going to protect him with the quick synchro effect from any sort of targeting effect.
Yeah, but now we give draws, because we are still under the Perulia, so.
Yeah, this was such a crazy opener from Shane with the
10,
Perulia followed up by
I mean-
the Holly Sue.
5,
I'd say both were really good, with, you know, Prosperity, Trust, and,
2,
and Ornate Drones.
1.
It's also up there. But yeah, we do get a draw of that Perulia finally. Doesn't seem like it's gonna be all that relevant, and we can access Surprise. Okay, so I guess Lollipop Way is an option to just keep this plays around. But we only have 6 cards in the extra deck, by the way.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is one of the
like,
problems.
yeah.
Like the deck can be very reliant on the extra deck. You need all those snatchies, you need those synchros.
Gonna take a quick peek at what is left.
Yeah,
Just
pretty
a
much.
handful. You might have more cards in hand than extra deck.
And we're
It's
also
close.
locked into Beast. It's important to remember.
No Herald or Arclight.
So I think it's gonna be the Lollipop. No, okay. Last second, no. We decide to go for the put both face down instead with the cookie.
Cookie Yummy Way.
Yeah, smart. Just
No
not-
chain.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Doesn't want to give Felipe the opportunity to tag out those synchro monsters. I love the art on Cookie Yummy Way. Just that upside down Cookie Yummy is so funny to me.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like if he chained earlier in the turn, the Cupsy,
Yeah, I think
it would have been
definitely
fantastic.
that would have been great. I mean, forcing out something else, popping one with the cookie that was already in graveyard.
Yeah, I mean, it's still not a great spot here for Felipe.
no.
He's gonna have to, I don't know.
Because also now the Capsi is in attack position for whatever reason also. And yeah, that's 0 attack because there is no minion on field.
You can put one on the field, but you're right.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, worst case scenario, we can just bounce, but no, yeah, it's gonna be a tricky one, yeah, for sure.
Because those monsters are gonna be flipped right back face
Yeah.
up.
And also I mean, not that it matters all that much, but yeah, we are in the same column, I guess. Let's see. It's gonna be an important draw here from Shane. And
Mad Love.
yeah, holding 5 monsters in hand, and now we can just flip 6 maybe actually. Yeah, and it's gonna flip those Caesar and Razen back up.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy start for Shane.
He knows one of the set cards is a Yummy Surprise. Gonna flip up the Rosin, flip up the Caesar Valleys.
Valley's having the non-targeting destruction, also very handy.
Ooh, but there is a Solemn, actually.
Yeah, quick question, can it negate flip summons? I have no idea.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It can?
You can.
Okay, okay.
Definitely.
I feel like it's one of those older cards that don't say summons a monster. They say they list all the different ways you can summon a monster.
I just know that because it was always tricky with the. I have a Sangan set on the field and I flip summon it and then summon gets negated by Solemn Judgment. Was it ever on the field?
Oh yeah, I remember someone explaining that to
Yeah.
me when I was a kid and thinking it made absolutely no sense. I was like, it was definitely on the field.
It was face down. Was it on the field? You don't know what it was. It's one of those old puzzle rulings. And now let's see how Shane is going to navigate this turn with a full grip of Vanquish Soul cards. Going to normal summon Dr. Madlove.
No effect. Makes sense.
Doesn't want to let him tag out those Yummy Way Synchro monsters. Goes to battle phase. Going to force out the surprise. But it's just going to take
Ooh.
it down.
Really?
Vanquish Soul Dr. Madlove with a punch over Cup C Way.
What a turn of events, honestly. He takes both down. Wow. I mean, I guess the plan is after we take this damage, we just use Surprise on a Synchro then?
Just to summon it back.
Yeah, I guess just to put everything back into
But
perspective.
you can't do. He's either going to take the
Yeah.
50-50. If you chain the surprise, it's just going to destroy what he brings back.
Exactly.
So he has to just let him pick and hope he misses the surprise. And he does.
Oof, he does miss.
So this at least gives Felipe a little bit of interaction because he can surprise back the Synchro, and then if Shane does anything, tag out the Synchro, bring back the Snatchy. Then he has the double Book of Moon with the cookie that he's going to return to the extra deck.
Yeah.
And he also has the destruction from the Quirky?
A crocky?
Crocky?
A croaky?
A croaky.
What do you want to call it?
I don't know.
And
A
yeah,
crocky sounds good.
I feel like, you know, it is always surprising how much you get out of a single yummy synchro, but I feel like it's somehow not going to be enough to rely on this
It's
against
tough.
the whole field.
no, it really seems like Felipe had it in his bag, but maybe that one decision, that only one questionable decision is all it takes sometimes to, you know, end up on the other end of a duel, and it seems like that will be the case, because, yeah, we just see how much his opponent is able to do, and now though we are activating, as we can see, this Olisu, which means we can finally bring back the Cookie Yummy Way into the extra deck to bring back 2 more monsters. And I mean, the Yummy deck only really needs 1 card to be working with, as you can see. We are gonna be able to have so much advantage going on.
So he summons back Cup C Way and Cup C Yummy.
Drawing a card.
Almost like complete opposites to the deck, don't they, with the Vanquish? So once it runs out of cards, it's just gone. Whereas Yummy, it kind of uses everything, and then it's just got 1 synchro, and then...
Oh, that was a decent draw. I mean, at least it's something.
Yeah.
Drawing an Ash Blossom there.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting spot again, because that 50-50 was huge. I mean, definitely.
I mean, the game when it ended on the spot had
Yeah.
hit the Yummy surprise.
Absolutely.
But I mean, it's still pretty tough. He only has a couple of forms of interaction, and I think Shane just has more monsters than interaction that Felipe is going to have.
Yeah, for sure. So do you just let your opponent just keep summoning all of the Yummy monsters you played on their turn, so they get to play on yours?
I think you have to. You can't leave them, maybe, but
When you
Yes.
Yeah.
the rock is going to activate the effect, so that's going to allow Felipe to return the Cupsy Yummy Way to the extra deck to special summon back 2 more Yummy monsters from the graveyard. Probably going to summon something like, definitely a Yummy Snatchy, and then whichever Yummy monster he wants to summon.
And I think we chain Olisu here. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Which effect is the question? Are we taking, or are... Yeah, we are taking.
Goodbye, Cupsy. It's funny, it's like you gotta imagine like Holly Sue's playing the crane game and just takes it off the opponent's side of the field. So he's gonna bring back the cookie, which is going to be able to destroy a card and Snatchy, I'd imagine.
Yeah. We have not used the effect of a Crookie yet this turn, so let's see.
Cookie's going to go after Mad
Mad
Love. Maybe not. He's moving.
Yeah.
He's moving his target finger over to. Is it going to be Holly Sue or Valius? Sorry, Marcello just
Yeah,
tickled
yeah,
me
yeah.
and made me giggle a little bit there. Put it, Marcello.
Yeah. Okay, no, it changes, as you've mentioned last second, to the Caesar. And now we are using this Snatchy. Interesting. Oh, no, okay, it's this Synchro effect. I was surprised. I'm pretty sure you want to keep the Akruki around.
And we've used 2 out of 3 synchros. We're going to get to use some more in a moment.
All right, revealing
Oh, for the Mad Love, this is?
Yep. to return the monster with the lowest defense on the field in the hand.
Yeah, maybe the targeting finger should have ended on the Mad Love.
Because, yeah, the Caesar Valius had already been used, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was the 50-50. Now a Ripper is coming down here for Shane.
Yeah, I agree with you definitely there. I mean,
No hand effects have been used yet by Felipe, although I think the draw off Cupsy was an Ash Blossom.
Indeed it was. But holding it here, knowing that things could just get even worse than they are already if he does use one of those effects from the hand. Looks like Shane's thinking about adding Lantern. Okay, now that the time has been going down, they need to start playing a little bit faster, potentially.
I mean, yeah, even though
12 minutes is still a long time.
it's a fair amount, I guess.
Yeah, Vanquish Assault is an incredibly interactive deck, almost sometimes too interactive for the taste of the person who's gone first and has had the opponent summoned 4 monsters or something. But here we go.
So
Wow.
Jokel's effect's going to summon Canine Jokel and Canine Lupus from the hand.
Then we can add one from deck, either, you know, let's see if we have Lantern or just good old Izuna. Yep. And I mean, this is so much still. We can just set up a couple more interruptions. But also, we again... I'm just, you know, rewinding back again. There was this option of the Akruki, no? To summon with the Medlove. Because as in the other game, can still activate whether you bounce it back to the end, and that was not...
And as long as just not return to the extra deck.
Yeah. So...
Alright,
I don't know.
Valon's going to come down next. And it looks like we're going to link away the Cup C and Ripper. Probably for an SP Little Knight.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. SP,
Clean up.
decent decision here. You could also get rid of the field spell if you want, but...
Well, surely if you banish it with SP, then the field spell
Yeah.
will trigger. If you banish
I mean,
the Snatchy,
yeah, makes sense. Finally getting rid of this Akruki, and I mean, this is an interesting field. Of course, yeah, you have just so much interaction.
Yeah, I mean, he's checked his opponent's graveyard quite a few times. He needs to lock in, because the only way I can really see him losing this game is it taking
I agree.
too much time.
Well, you say this. There's quite a few cards in hand for Felipe. I
Yeah.
guess one of the issues is when you've activated a Pot of Prosperity, it makes your extra deck just so much weaker in terms of what it can achieve. And sometimes in these like grindy games, you need those weird extra options that you might not otherwise. In like most games in Yummy, I think you just, you know, you could probably do with the Yummy Synchros and 3 Snatchy, and that'd probably be enough. But in a game where your opponent's got a lot of resources, you might need to pull some of your sort of niche options out the bag.
But that's it. So we do see a draw, and now we can special summon our Yummy monsters. At least that's the good news, I guess. But then we are we have at least 4 interruptions that we need to deal with, and that's rough. So we do.
Starts with special summoning Cup C.
I would assume so, and let's see what the chains are going to be, because
I would put 4 even on the low side of the interruptions we're going to see.
okay. So I assume something has been activated.
I would
Maybe
guess the
Mad
Yummy
SP.
Snatchy, right?
Or-
They went to the life points. I assume he paid 100.
Yeah, but
Or it was a chain.
okay. It was, I guess, SP was chained, and then Valon was chained later on. So we
Feels
still
like-
can normal summon, and we get the surprise. So at this point, we have Mad Love and Rock available.
Yep, it looks like he's going to use the Rock of the Vanquisher to add back from
Maybe
the
Caesar?
graveyard.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Caesar is back, and at this point we might allow Felipe to continue.
Yeah, still so many cards in hand for Felipe. It's amazing just how much advantage you get. Here comes the cookie. Cookie gonna get bounced straight to the hand.
Yep.
So maybe the plan is simply you just keep your opponent off any monsters, and then that'll be it.
And I think that's pretty much it, because as soon as we get to the Link one, we can just use the Caesar. And that's should do it. I mean, I guess we can put the field spell on, but we are out. And yeah.
Yeah, he also has Holly Sue as well. Oh, he's just going to use Mad Love here, maybe.
No, Mad Love has been
yeah,
used already. But yeah, we do have both the Holly Sue and yeah, that just seems like it's gonna be it. We only have monsters in hand, and there goes the handshake. Shane does the comeback and takes this round 4 by storm. Great effort from Felipe, but it is gonna be the Vanquish Soul deck taking it.
Yep, we finally get to see the K9 Vanquish Soul in action, and how good it can be when you draw the right combination of cards. Like, it's night and day different whether you have the Holly